Hey guys, Maxi Design here and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing a different kind of video. This is going to be a new series. We're actually going to be taking a already existing album cover. So for example, today we're doing Lil Uzi's Eternal Atake album cover. So before we get into this, just a quick note, I'll leave it on the screen, that I've been looking at my YouTube analytics, and I think it's almost more than 90% of you are not subscribed to the channel. So please, it only takes a few seconds, literally just click the subscribe button. We're coming up on 15,000 subscribers, which is really cool. And yeah, I'd love to hit that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I've got some cool stuff planned for 15,000. But yeah, I've gone ahead and looked at a couple textures, a couple assets that we're going to need to use for this. Obviously, you've got, if I zoom in here, you've got the Earth in the background there. You've got a kind of two. I can't really work out if it's two planets or it's like the mound of one planet, and then the kind of, I don't know. It's really odd. And then in the background, you've got some kind of meteors. So I'm going to have a look if we've got a texture or an asset for that. But yeah, let's give it a go. I mean, it doesn't look like the hardest album cover to recreate. But yeah, so for example, if there's a album cover that you've seen that you want to recreate, a couple that I have in mind were The Weeknd. The Weeknd has a really cool album cover. There's a couple more, and I'll leave them in the comment section below. I might even do a poll to see which one you guys want to see first. I should be going through all of them. But yeah, like, this is a new video idea that I've come up with, just to give you guys a few more uploads. Obviously, if there's any tutorials you want to see, then leave them below and I'll try and get to them. Right, so starting with this, just a white canvas. The size is 2000 by 2000, resolution of 72, and then it is in RGB color. CMYK can kind of dull down and wash out your colors. It's used for print, but you can pour over an RGB cover, it's fine. And nowadays most cover arts are going to be online. They're going to be on Spotify, they're going to be on, you're going to be tweeting them out, stuff like that. So you want to do RGB because the colors are much more vibrant. So let me start. So I've literally put no thought into this. I've just kind of taken a cover and said, let's try and recreate it. So let's try. So on this cover, I think what we're going to start with is the Earth. The Earth and the background of the like space. So let's see. So I've kind of got a space background here. Let me get rid of this first. Drag it into here. Then we can drag it into here. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, and I'm going to play with the, so I'm going to add in some brightness and contrast. So I'm going to make it a little bit darker and up the contrast to about there. Because the album cover here is really dark, and there's already oversaturated parts here. So we're going to try and recreate that. I think it needs to be a little bit darker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the exposure tool and just darken it a little bit like that. But then I'm going to get the saturation, hue and saturation. I'm going to up the saturation. And what kind of, I need to work out what, okay, so it's a bluish, reddish purple, which is what we've got already, to be fair. It's not going to be exact, obviously, because I don't have the exact colours and stuff like that, but I'm going to make a replica and put my own little twist on it. So if we kind of do that, kind of slightly change the hue. Should we go deeper on that? Yeah. Okay. So this major portion here you won't really see because it's going to be covered obviously by the Earth. And I did find a planet here. So the cool thing about this tool is it actually learns. So if you go over it once and it doesn't quite do what you want it to do, just Control Z, and it will actually do something different. It will learn from like what you've told it to do, basically. Like so. So once you've done that, bring it across into here, into your main project, and make it about the same size. Let's just quickly check how big it is before. So it's about, yeah, sits roughly here. Obviously this part is not there. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so now I need to sort out the shadows on the Earth. So the shadows on this one come from this area here. And then obviously the light is from this area here. So what I'm gonna do is grab my brush tool, get it to about 1500. Remember, this will differ on the size that you use on Photoshop for your album covers. I'm going to make a new layer, create a clipping mask, and I'm just going to like so. So this one you're going to turn the opacity of down to about 50, make a new layer, and then create clipping mask, and then again do the same thing but not as deep, and then lower the opacity of that. So you've got something like that. Right, next of all, we need to add in our moon. So I've got this texture. So I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to cut it out. And delete it like so. I'm going to sharpen this a little bit and add a bit of... Hold on, let me sharpen this first. Just like so. So it kind of negates some of the blurring. And I bring it like there. And then I'm going to duplicate it, make it horizontal, bring it underneath, and then kind of move the angle a bit like that. You're also going to need to get rid of these. So I'll use the eraser. Get rid of those lines. That is also on here. Like so. Okay, so now it kind of looks... There's no depth. So what I'm going to do is get on the copy layer that I made that slots behind it on the layers. I'm going to make a new layer, create a clipping mask, and again, like we did on the moon, I'm going to make a little shadow. So maybe smaller. Like that. Lower the opacity. And then do another one. Create a clipping mask. Like so. And don't worry guys about the colours, because we will at the end make sure that all the colours work together. This is simply getting the assets in. Right, so let's add in now the spaceship. So let's pull this across. This is just one I found on Google Images. I'll pull in, where is my, I copy it, bring it across, here we go. So I'm just going to simply pop that in here. like so. Is that about? That's about right. Obviously, if it's something as high quality as this, you can change the hue and saturation. So you can actually change all the colors. So I think it's kind of a blue, right? Like that kind of. So once that's there, we need to find some sort of. So obviously we need to add in the Asteroids. You can easily find Asteroids online, like a PNG version. So I'm just gonna have a look through these. I think the ones I got right here are quite good. So I'm just gonna bring these Asteroids in and place them about where they are on the other one. So about here, like so. Okay, so I'm not actually going to use the people in mine, just simply because I can't find anyone that's kind of the same as it. So I'm just going to use mine without. But yeah, still applies. If you're gonna add someone in, make sure you got the shadows down, and make sure everything looks like it should. So I'm gonna kind of do my own little twist on it. So let me have a look at this one. So it's kind of green and purple. So let me go on to here. So we're going to change the overlay on the blending options, and then change the opacity down a little bit, so it kind of works like so. And then we're going to add in a hue and saturation from down here, bottom left, bottom right, and then clipping mask that to the earth, and then we're going to mess with this a little bit, just a little bit, like so. Right, so it's coming together. I think what we need now is the kind of oversaturation here. We also need the light of the spaceship on here. So I'm just gonna mess with these shadows again, like so, and then the light of this spaceship needs to be on here. Again, it's going to be a clipping mask, and then over. I'm going to do it like this, and then I'm going to change the so I've put that on soft light. I'm going to do another one that's just the white. Do that again. Just so it's just the tip of the... like so. I'm actually going to move this across a little bit, this green and pink bit, because I think it's too much. And then I'm actually going to take the eraser. And then I'm going to put it on soft, make it a little bit bigger. And just do that, like so. Then what I'm going to do, okay, so I'm going to add in a harsh white light behind like this, and then on top as well. The texture pack that I put out a while ago, this fire texture. Okay, so we're going to double click the block, bring it over to our cover, and then kind of move it around underneath the planet. That. And then we're going to play with the hue and saturation of it. Remember, create a clipping mask for that. Like so. Okay, so now what I want to do is bring this all together. At the minute it looks a bit jumbled. So let's bring this all together, make it into a group, call that all, duplicate that, and then merge it. And I have some, so what I'm going to do is take some stuff from my texture pack and see if we can make this look a little bit more cohesive. I'm actually going to first of all apply a curves to it. Just kind of mess with that. Right, let me see if I can add something in here that makes it a little bit nicer. So for instance this. Like so, and then I'm going to add in this green. A little bit grungier and a little bit darker. And then what I'm going to do is pack that all up into another all. Duplicate that. I'm just simply doing this because then I have all the layers from different saves. And I'm going to add a bit of noise. Like that. Here maybe. Yeah. Maybe even add in the middle. Yeah, I think that works. So yeah, that's been my my attempt at making the Lil Uzi Vert Eternal Atake album cover. I think it would have worked a little bit better if I had the PNG for the people that's standing at the front. Maybe we could have done a little bit more with that. But yeah, I think I've done well with what I've worked with. I've spent about 25 minutes on it, and it's come out quite well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Remember to leave in the comments below what album cover you'd like to see next, and what album cover from the ones I'm going to put in the comments you'd actually like to see, and I might do a poll as I said at the start. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.